Welcome back to PropTech Futures. This is the show where we stop talking about the hype and start looking at how AI is actually rebuilding the real estate industry. I am joined today by someone who has lived this transformation from the inside out. Sanjeev Verma is the founder and CEO of Biz4Group, a team that has basically become the gold standard for innovation in this space. Sanjeev, it is great to have you here. Now, Sanjeev, looking at your history, you spent quite a bit of time in the corporate world with names like Disney and MasterCard. What did you take away from those years?
Thank you so much for having me. I have been looking forward to this. I think we have a really important story to tell about where this industry is going. Those years taught me how technology works on a massive scale. But more importantly, I learned that technology should solve actual business problems, not just be something to play with for its own sake.
You started Biz4Group back in 2010, but the company looks a lot different now than it did then. What was the focus when you first started?
Initially, we were a custom software development company, building mobile apps and web platforms. But around 2018, I noticed a major shift. Machine learning was moving out of the research labs and into real life. It became clear that AI was no longer just hype. It was becoming transformative.
So what made you decide to pivot? Was that a difficult shift?
It was a big call, but it was necessary. I could see that companies without AI were going to be left behind. Between 2018 and 2020, we basically rebuilt our entire technical DNA.
And you chose to focus heavily on the real estate industry. Why that specific world?
It's a huge industry, but it was still relying on old systems and manual work. I saw property managers literally drowning in tenant calls and brokers losing leads because they couldn't follow up fast enough. It felt like a massive, underserved opportunity.
So you saw the headache and wanted to provide the cure. But I imagine it's more than just writing code. Can you explain that simply?
Exactly. You can't just drop a generic chatbot into a workflow and expect it to work. You need deep context, things like housing compliance and how property data is structured. We built tools that actually look at property images to pull out features automatically. We even use augmented reality so people can see a space before they visit it in person.
I'm curious, do those virtual tours ever replace the real thing?
Not entirely, but they definitely narrow the field. It makes the whole process faster because you only visit the homes you truly like.
There are a lot of AI companies out there. What sets Biz4Group apart?
We don't reinvent the wheel every time. We have a library of proven parts and architectures. If a client needs help with lead scoring or screening tenants, we've likely built something similar before. That means less risk and faster results for them.
And you have a pretty unique team setup too, right?
Yes, we have a dual presence model. We're based in Florida, so we understand the U.S. market and its rules, but we also have an engineering center in India with over 300 people. It gives our clients that local market knowledge combined with world-class technical talent at a better cost.
I also noticed you don't charge those massive upfront fees that scare people away.
Right. We work on a milestone model where you only pay after you review and approve each step. Plus, our clients own what we build for them. The code and the models are theirs. We want a partnership, not just a subscription.
Looking ahead, what's the next big thing in real estate AI?
I'm really excited about multi-agent systems.
Can you explain that simply?
Sure. It's the idea of having several specialized AI agents, one for maintenance, one for compliance, all working together while a human keeps an eye on things. It's going to make operations incredibly efficient.
For the leaders listening who feel a bit overwhelmed by all this, what's your best advice?
Don't wait, AI is here now. And don't just look for a product, look for a partner. Start small with one big problem, prove it works, and go from there.
You've been doing this for 15 years, Sanjeev. What still gets you out of bed in the morning?
It's the impact. Seeing a stressed-out property management team finally feel in control because of the tools we built is incredibly satisfying. Real estate is how we live, And I love using tech to make that better.
If people want to see what you are building, where should they go?
Just visit us at biz4group.com. You can see our work or reach out through the contact form. We'd love to chat.
Sanjeev, thank you for coming in. This was a great conversation.
Thank you for having me.